Hello and welcome. Welcome to this. I don't know if it's a show or anything, but so here's what happened. Is I texted Ben and I said, I want to do the holiday special, but I want to come at it from a different angle and I want to find 5 positives in it. I've seen it a few times. I watch it probably like every few years when I forget the quality. And halfway through watching it, I text Ben and I say, dude, there are no positives here. Every positive I could think of is a reach. So I'm going to be the dungeon master for this little video. I don't know. We don't have a lot to say about it, but we are recording together. So I figured, you know what? Let's just do this. Ben, this first time you've seen it, what are your general thoughts? And then if you don't have anything to say, don't worry. I'm going to come in and swoop in and save you.
So I watched this. I did do it. I feel like I did every psychedelic drug that you could possibly do and watched something in the genre of Star Wars, but it actually had all of the same characters from the movies that I very much loved growing up. And all I can say is it is a miracle that Harrison Ford did not kill himself.
Positive number 1 that I just found out. It's good to see the original cast in something that isn't Star Wars, or isn't a Star Wars movie. Something I haven't seen them together in 100 times.
Do you think, here's my first question, do you think that they paid them all of the money in the world for this?
I know a little bit of the history of this off the top of my head. This was before Empire. So Star Wars was a massive hit, and they were like, okay, we don't know if there's going to be another one. Let's do this Christmas special. I don't know to what extent George Lucas was involved. I know he hates it. And I saw that he's not the director on it, which
I think he like actively didn't just hate it. He's like actively tried to wipe it from everything.
Yes, and I believe all recordings, like I have a bootleg DVD of it from Sloppy Second Sales. Shout out them. But I think every version that exists now was recorded on VHS, like from the original airing. I think it aired one time. So whenever, like the DVD copy I have, you have the little fuzz from the VHS.
Yes.
The animated segment, which I thought was going to be a positive, because in my head it was better, that is the only part of it that is on Disney Plus. And again, I thought that was going to be one of the positives, but I also don't like that. I just, there's so much. There's just so much. Every segment goes on too long. Like, we open with the fucking Wookiees that never shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, shout out Lumpy.
That they, for whatever reason, I know it was a different time, but they literally just had them go, and then
no subtitles.
Other characters answer it. Okay, positive number 2. You get more Wookiees than you did in the original movie. More
That's
Wookiees.
not a positive.
Everybody likes Wookiees, and I guarantee you they had to get like 7 different kinds of chairs to like scrape against the floor to make those noises, because I think that's how they created Chewbacca's sound. Was
I'm gonna go through in a second, but I also want to say this while it's on my mind. Other than B. Arthur, and this is just a product of our age, because, you know, we're 90s kids. All of these, like, guest stars that pop up, other than B. Arthur, I don't know who the fuck these people are.
Yeah.
And they're not funny. There's blackface.
No.
If you're looking for blackface, there it is.
Blackface, and then also, like, I don't know, this isn't the proper term, but I'll use it just for the context. Like, cross-dressing, but not because it's somebody who's, like, truly wanting to do drag. Like, they just chose somebody at random to do blackface and dress up like a woman to do the cooking segment. And it is the most painfully excruciating bit of all time, where they're explaining how to cook whatever that is that they're trying to, like, it was genuinely, it felt like 15 minutes, and I know it wasn't that long. It
probably
so
fucking
crazy.
was, dude. Everything went too long. And if there's gonna be, I mean, I'm assuming that more people listen to this than people actually do, but if there's someone in the comments that's like, actually, wasn't blackface, they were being an alien. I don't read the comments anymore. We had one mean guy named Paul in there, and now I don't read the comments anymore. Fuck you, Paul.
Fuck Paul.
Specifically,
Fuck
fuck you, Paul. But, So it starts with whatever the and I'm sorry, I'm not looking this up. I'm not giving this more headspace than it deserves. It's like the 70s version of Cirque du Soleil. And I thought, in my head, that part is longer. That part is like 15 minutes. That part is like 5 minutes when he's watching the little fucking... You know what I'm talking
game
about?
board.
Yeah, the game board.
Yeah,
Thank
he's
you.
watching the game board, and like they're doing like flips and stuff, which probably for the time, cool VFX,
Very cool.
I suppose. Boy, could I not have given a shit less of what they were actually doing, like flips and trapeze or whatever they were doing, like the high bar spins and everything. I just couldn't have cared less, and it went on for a really, really long time.
And I guess we should say that there's these long segments interspersed with like cuts to the actors from the movie. Mark Hamill has eyeliner on, and it is unnerving. It is unnerving. I don't know if because I remember he was in a car accident. I don't know if this is pre or post car accident, but I do know that there is eyeliner, and I do not like it. And I think that's a wig. That wig is awful. That's awful.
It is legitimately terrifying.
His eyeliner, and then I'm not gonna give this special respect. At one point, not Lumpy, Chewbacca's father, like Itchy watches like virtual porn.
Yeah.
Which is not actually virtual porn, I know, but it starts with like, you're such a cutie. Rewind. You're such a cutie. Rewind that again. While there's like Imperial people like at his house trying to find fucking something. I don't know, man. At one point my eyes glazed over. Again, I watch this every few years, and that's just enough time for me to forget how bad it is. But this isn't like, this channel is relatively new, so when I say this all the time, it's probably the first time I've said it here. But the worst thing a movie can be is boring. And it is, like, so bad it's good? Great, at least I'm entertained. This is so fucking boring. It's also an hour and 40 minutes.
I just can't believe that someone gave a budget for that long.
If I was George Lucas, I would want this destroyed too.
Yeah, I know. I would say, okay, so positive number one, Harrison Ford didn't, is still
Harrison
with us.
Ford. Wait, no, that's not. Never mind. Yeah, you go. You cook.
Positive number one, Harrison Ford still with us. Positive number two was the thing that you said.
Seeing the cast all together.
Yeah, seeing the cast all together in a non-traditional space, which is neat. Positive number three, I guess more Wookiees. Except for that bit runs a little bit thin, but we're going to keep it in there because I don't think that they give enough credit to the Wookiees. Also, the little one seems to be basically just an Ewok, but that's neither here nor there.
Lumpy.
Yes, Lumpy does appear to be an Ewok. So just recapping, that's the first three. We've got two more. We can find two more, John.
I have a final one, but I want to save it for the end. I'm sitting on one, don't worry. This was in the script, and then I couldn't find 4 other things. Did you like seeing Jefferson Starship perform the longest song of all time? It might have been multiple songs, I don't know.
I honestly don't recall anything about any of the music, and I can truthfully say it was awful. Like, I just can't, I can't even... And maybe it was just the sign of the times in the 70s where like things were starting to get really psychedelic and like out there. Mm-hmm. But man, and I just couldn't believe that they interlaced so many random scenes with like a 5-minute song.
I'm sorry we're not bringing anything new to the table for this. I feel like the internet is just full of people shitting on the Christmas special, but we did watch it looking for something positive.
We're going to call this video Say Something Nice About the Star Wars Christmas Special. And we're going to attempt to do this with other movies too. So we're genuinely trying. Okay, here's another positive.
Please.
The set of the Wookiees' home wasn't bad.
What are you talking about?
Well, it looked kind of like, did you ever watch Zaboomafoo as a kid?
Yes.
Okay, it kind of looked like the fun play place that Zaboomafoo lived.
I think the outside, I had that written down, the outside, the like hut, the painting, very nice painting. I think the inside looked like the house from the Brady Bunch. I think it looked like a 70s, the most 70s house you've ever been to. So you know what? The painting for Chewbacca's house, I would get that framed. And I bet that original sells for millions if it wasn't destroyed.
All right. What else you got? Anything else?
Let me see. I did like... No, I didn't. Never mind. Carrie Fisher sang. They made Carrie Fisher sing.
Yeah, rest in peace to the goat.
She has a beautiful voice. I don't think that voice was meant for singing, personally. But It is a beautiful voice. It's nice when she talks. The animated segment, as I said earlier, I really thought this was going to be like the highlight. It's good enough for them to put it on Disney Plus, but it was just boring. And I know that the first appearance of Boba Fett, great. He has the big fucking prong thing that the Mandalorian uses. Good. There's a lot of lore that they ripped from this animated segment.
There's number 4. Lore was created from this that transpired and went further into the Star Wars universe. So there you go. There's another positive. And then I think my last positive would be that at the very end of the movie, it seems that the Wookiees have converted to like some sort of Christianity because they all sit around the table and bow their heads at the end of the movie.
Thank God they're not pagans.
So they found Christ,
our Lord and
That's
Savior.
Pretty cool.
Thank God.
Space Jesus might be canon in the Star Wars universe, if you consider this that.
I think Anakin is Space Jesus. That I'm not getting weighed down into lore. Just ignore that. My final is, and I don't know if you've seen this. I was gonna text you to double feature it, but after watching this, I didn't have it in me. I think I just went to bed. I think this came out in 2019. There is a Lego Star Wars holiday special, and obviously it's an homage to this. It is wonderful. It is delightful. It is a fun little Lego watch. It's either feature length or it's like 45 minutes. It's very fun. It's set in the time after the sequel trilogy, which is very fun. I know Kelly Marie Tran what word am I looking for? Reprises her role, and it's very fun. There are very funny moments. I swear you should watch it. That's going to be my positive for this, is that it inspired the Lego Star Wars Christmas holiday special.
Listen, I just want to give us some credit. We found 5 things within there.
We did.
Now, you can sub in or out Space Jesus, the fact that Chewbacca is a believer in Christ, Space Christ. But I think, hey, we've done it, and that was a really brutal watch. And I would recommend that everyone has to sit through that in order to be a fan of the channel, or at least turn it on, and then you can turn it off anytime after you see the cooking piece. That what I say is the benchmark. Once you see the cooking piece, you can turn off the movie, but you have to watch until then. You have to experience this once.
And I disagree, because I don't want to put anyone else through that.
If I had to go through it, you forced me to go through it. I must impress upon others this weight, this task, if you will.
Just a reminder that we're not monetized, so we did this out of the goodness of our hearts for entertainment value.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's about all that I can actually say about this without just being even more confused about the lore of how this plays into any of the Star Wars stuff that I've seen today. But I will say, we watched it. It's the season of giving, and we gave an hour and 40 minutes of our time to watch this Christmas special. So there's your Christmas gift from us.
Yes, thank you so much for watching or listening, whatever you're doing. We have a few more coming out, like a few more videos coming out before the new year. There was another thing I wanted to say, and now I have forgotten. Oh, that's it. If you like us talking about this, and this does a decent amount of views, Ben and I will cover the sequel trilogy, and we will not be hitting the exact same talking points everyone else hits. Yeah, if this takes off, we will cover the sequel trilogy, because I want to revisit them badly, and I want to talk to Ben about them. So
yeah, and we will continue to do the Say Nice About XXX series, just if people are receptive to this one. So
yes,
we'll work through those, but in addition to that, we have some new really exciting stuff that we're working on for the new year, and really looking forward to increasing the quality and quantity of uploads in the upcoming couple months. And thank you for everybody who's taken the time out to watch this, listen to it, interact with it, and all that we would ask is that if you see your loved ones this holiday season, 1, cherish the time that you have with them. Every day is fleeting. And 2, bring some form of a makeshift weapon to threaten them to make sure that they're subscribed and like every single video on the channel. Because if you don't, we will find you.
Okay. Yep. What Ben said. I'm definitely a willing participant here. Yep. Okay. End recording.